Good afternoon, it's Ted at Sester Farms. It's April, it's a shipping afternoon, and we want to quality check everything that's going off our loading docks today and stuff that's staged ready for tomorrow. I want to show you everything that's in here. I think it's a great cross section. So we've got Moonglow Juniper 7 gallons. It's a container grown product, it's beautiful. We're getting better every year on our container grown junipers. Here we've got Mugo, that's a Pamilio. There's a 5 gallon, 15 to 18. Here you can see 25 gallon blue diamond spruce. They're tied up, ready to go. That's a 5 to 6 foot. Here we have Scotch pine 5 to 6 foot. Here we've got Glebosa. It's a Glebosa 5 gallon, very nice 1824. Here in the background, we have our North Pole Arborvitae 5 gallon. Here we have an order going out to a garden center. We have Harvest Gold Linden. We have a 10 gallon. We've got pre-priced labels for free that we put on there for this garden center. We've got their logo on here. I see Swedish aspen in the background. I see, pardon me, that's not Swedish aspen, it's Parkland pillar. I see some Regal petticoat, a 10 gallon. I see more Glebosa 5 gallons, 7 gallon spruce. Here we've got, we can peek in here to see some shrubs. We've got 5 gallon proven winter shrubs. We've got some bloomerang, dark purple. We've got some smaller 2 gallon in a pinky winky. We've got some 7 gallon shrubs. These are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Our new 7 gallon line, Northern Burgundy Viburnum. These are very, very beautiful. And then we have in the back here, Canada Red Chokecherry in a 7 gallon size. We move on to Fastigiata, 25 gallon, 5 to 6. We've got Engelmann Spruce in a 25 gallon, 5 to 6. Here we've got Fastigiata Spruce. Fastigiata Spruce, 7 gallon, 3036. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, looking at all these beautiful plants that are ready to go. These are all going to go out in trucks in the morning. Fat Albert, 25 gallon. Is that a Fat Albert? No, this is a Baby Blue Eyes, 25 gallon, 5 to 6. This was potted in August, balled and burlapped into a pot. It's rooted in the pot. You can see the roots right there. I just peeled down, it's all rooted in the container yard. Nice white roots in this plant. It's gonna be great for this customer. Here we come over here, we've got our Sester Dwarf, our signature grand prize line, Sester Dwarf in a 7 gallon. Then what do we have here? A Fat Albert. Here's a Fat Albert, 25 gallon. We've got Scotch pine in the back here. This is a columnar Scotch pine. It's one of my favorite. This plant is really, it's hard to find. It used to be very popular out here in Oregon. The demand for this plant, you got to put it in the right area, but it's, I believe, a zone 2 or 3 plant, but columnar Scotch pine. Here we have our Hicks U in a 5 gallon. Let's see what we have in this next row. Okay, so here we got Parkland pillar 5 gallons. That's what you get from Sester with Parkland pillar 5 gallons. Very, very nicely branched to the bottom, fat and full. We're getting better growing these Parkland pillar. Summer Wine 9 bark, it's a 2 gallon. That's a tree form. Here we've got our Emerald Green 7 gallon. I'm sorry, this is a North Pole. North Pole. Incorrect, North Pole. We've got, here what we have is Prairie Statesman Pine. That's a cold hardy variety. In a 5 gallon, we've got Glebosas here in the back going out. We've got Skybound Arborvitae. Maybe you're someone that would like a Skybound Arborvitae. We don't always see this off our loading dock. A 7 gallon, 4854. Very cold hardy Arborvitae. And let's look at what we've got. We're watering the plants here, ready for tomorrow. The plants, when they're being shipped in leaves and buds coming out, they require a lot of water. So we're really soaking the water down heavily. Okay, let's try to come in this way a little bit. So this is our Dakota Pinnacle 7 gallon. We've talked about this in past videos. Beautiful plant. It's semi-pyramidal, semi-columnar, whatever you want to say. It's not totally straight up and down. Very compact. Beautiful flowering Royal Raindrop Crabapple, 25 gallon. Beautiful plants. Beautiful. Harvest Gold Linden, a 7 gallon. Here we've got Hot Wings Satarian Maple. This is one of my favorite trees for cold areas. Hot Wings Satarian Maple. This came out of Colorado, okay? I believe that plant was founded by Fort Collins Nursery, the owner of Fort Collins. Could be incorrect on that, but verify that. And then we have Flame Amber Maple. I believe that's a Zone 2 plant in a 10-gallon pot. Here we've got Skyrocket Juniper in a 7-gallon, container grown again. All of our junipers are container grown. Here we have Northern Acclaim Honey Locust in a 15-gallon. I'm sorry, there's a 20-gallon. We have Green Spire Linden also in a 20-gallon. And here we have Prairie Statesman Swiss Stone Pine. Beautiful plant, beautiful selection. It's grafted. Baby Blue Spruce. This is not the graft. It's not baby blue eyes, but this is baby blue spruce. So a seed selection out of Ontario, Canada. Emerald Spire Crabapple. This would be a columnar crabapple. And I believe that's Zone 3. Yes, Zone 3. Comes with our grand prize tag on it. Beautiful plant. Here we have Sienna Glen Maple for another variety of Freemani, Acer Freemani, kind of like an autumn blaze. Little variation of that, 10-gallon, 1-inch. Okay, let's check this out. What else is going off the Sester dock today? Green Spire Linden 5-gallon. That's a nice heavy 5-gallon. Someone's going to be very happy. We have Canada Red Choke Cherries on this pallet also. Those are going to need some water right there. Canada Red 10 gallons, leafed out. We're going to make sure that he puts lots of water here. When he gets done, he's going to do it again. We're going to start at the back here. We have Sensation Box Elder Maple. That is a plant that's a 7-gallon size. Here we have Skyline Honey Locust in a 7-gallon size. We got more Skyline here in this pallet. Now we have Princeton Elm. We have Princeton Elm. We have New Harmony Elm, which is also very similar. We have Prairie Expedition Elm here. Quaking Aspen, 10-gallon, container grown, of course. Canada Red, 10-gallon. With Twisty Baby Locust. This tree is supposed to be crooked, just so you know. That's very beautiful when it starts leafing out. I don't particularly like stacking that in the truck because it's like a chandelier, but this plant right here really has its spot in the landscape. Okay, let's go over here. Imperial Honey Locust, just another flavor of honey locust, 7-gallon, container grown. Let's pull one of these out of the pot. Just make sure that we're doing our job here at Sester. Without breaking my hand there. Yep, totally rooted in. Beautifully white roots, no winter damage. It's gonna be good. Here we have our Green Mountain, number 2-gallon. Very healthy Green Mountains. We have Green Velvets, number 2s. These all have pre-price labels on for this customer. We do that free of charge. We'll put your logo on there, put your price on there. You don't have to price everything out individually. You can also say, like, we want a factor like 2.1, 2.5, round to 49 cents, round down to 99 cents, whatever you want. You can tell your salesman our system will handle that. We have programmers that custom program our software to do exactly what works for Sester and works for our customer. If there's something else that you would like as one of our customers, we can make that happen. You want your own homepage? We do that. Please ask your salesman, 800-832-4487, how we can help you. Let's keep going here in the dock. Imperial Honey Locust 7s, Autumn Blaze 7s. Beautiful trees, totally straight. More Autumn Blaze here. It's very interesting that this crop right here must came out of a different location, but this thing's very, very leafed out, and the rest of these are a little bit behind, but still very, very healthy plants. I believe we've done these in other videos here, but we got Serpentine. These are not going out in an order. We do not sell B&B Serpentine Blue Atlas. These are going to be potted up and sold next year. It's hard to get a B&B Blue Atlas cedar to survive, so we like to pot them up in a pot and get them rooting out in that container so you don't have any problems on your end. So they just happen to be here to run across the potting machine. Let's come back in here a little bit. You're getting to see the place from my viewpoint. Here we see a Weeping White Spruce 7-gallon 30-36. Very, very popular size. We probably sell more of this size than any other Weeping White. Spring Snow 10-gallon, beautiful tree. We have more sunburst honey locusts. You gotta love the color of the sunburst honey locust. One thing when you buy a honey locust from us is it's very, very important that you realize that do you want to have a nice, full, fat honey locust, it doesn't matter if it's a 1-year top, 2-year top, 3-year top, you want to cut your branching back because you always get dead wood and your new growth is better. So cut your honey locust way back and your new growth is what is beautiful coming out. Of course, these can be stripped off to whatever your trim height is. I'm gonna have our quality control guys, just break those off for you. Just a little detail that makes Sester Farms a great place to do business. Okay, here we go. Spring snow crabapple, very nice, a 10-gallon container grown. Back here we have baby blue eyes. This is the grafted version. We talked a little bit earlier in this video about baby blue spruce. This is baby blue eyes, no connection to that. This is a grafted tree, okay? Here's what we got. We got Winter Gem 2-gallon. Beautiful 2 gallons. Absolutely beautiful. And then what do we have here? Is this our Julie Jane Boxwood 2-gallon. This came right out of Jane Silverston out of Colorado. Okay, we've been growing this for years. Jane Silverston, I believe she was a plants person there that collected this plant, and it's very, very popular. Quaking aspen 7-gallon. We grow thousands of quaking aspen. We may grow more quaking aspen than anyone else in the state of Oregon. Just thousands and thousands of aspen. We're known for a great job on container quaking aspen. Do them in all sizes. Here we got Prairie Statesman. It's a great variety here. 10-gallon, nice size. Here, what do we have back here? We got a multi-stem. This is what we call a multi-stem. It's tied up, but it's gonna be a multi-stem. It's a flame amber maple multi-stem, okay? Here we have our Crimson Century. Nice columnar Acer platanoides. Beautiful plant, love this plant. If you don't live in Oregon, this is a great plant. So powdery mildew, the way the leaves are cupped on this, it holds water. If you're in any area in the world that doesn't hold water like Oregon, this is a great plant, great plant. If your state will let you plant a Norway maple, this is a great plant for a house with dry weather. Okay, so here we go at Fat Albert, 7-gallon. Do thousands of Fat Albert 7 gallons. Never have enough, we're sold out. Autumn Blaze, 15 gallons. Very nice. Sold out of Autumn Blaze also. Colorado Spruce 7-gallon. We grow hundreds of these, if not thousands. This is a Colorado Spruce. This is an economy grade, okay? This customer wanted to hit a price budget, so we sold them 7-gallon economy grade. That makes our #1 grade even better. You want to buy from a grower who has 2 grades. We have a premium grade, which is our normal grade, and we have an economy grade, which is still very nice. Here we have our, what do we have? Maiden grass 1 gallons. This is a very nice crop of maiden grass. I actually, I'm going to tell you this is exceptional. This I wouldn't expect this nice a grass every single time, to be very honest with you. Okay, what do we have here? Carl Foresters. This is really a nice crop of grass. Tyler and Daniel are doing a great job over there at the 212 farm. Here we've got some grasses that the customer had to sign off on, some Shenandoah. When we see a customer, and let's take a look at this together, this customer has a lot of grasses. So they got heavy switch metal grass, and they've got these Shenandoah grass that are a little bit rough, a little bit early for them. And so we sent a picture to the customer, they signed off on it, and they wanted them anyway. That's what we do at Sester Farms. We want consistency, we don't want you surprised. This is an orange sedge grass. So they've looked at this, they like it the way it is. And here we got some perennials. What do we have? We literally, Ted should know these, but we're at Premier Pinball Wizard Dianthus. Very nice, very nice. More perennials here, more grasses here. This is, we all know what this is. Elijah Blue, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Same order over there. We've got Potentilla 2 gallons. We've got some Proven Winners 2-gallon material. We got 5-gallon shrubs. A grand prize, when you see the purple pot, That is our own private brand. It just means it's just a good quality, a good rooted in shrub, a good value, and we put it in purple, no extra cost. We understand that color sells, a little over black. So we've done experiments and people like our purple pot, it sells. Okay, so here we go. Colorado spruce, 2 gallon, 12-15s. That is just a beautiful size spruce. We do thousands of these spruce. We started the nursery for 50 years. We've been growing. These are root pruned. They're raised in the field. They're dug in August. They're put in containers in August, and they're fully rooted out. So let's just try this. Let's just see if what I'm saying is right. This was not pre-staged. That is what happens when you plant a Colorado spruce from Sester Farms that's root pruned 3 times into a 2-gallon pot. Has a 12 to 14 month fertilizer on it. So when that tree's in your garden center, it's not going to turn yellow on you. It's going to have a great color because of the fertilizer that's been incorporated in the mix, and also top dress on top. Here we have a more 7-gallon economy grade, probably the same customers over there. Here we've got, what do we got? Taylor juniper. Nice straight plants. It's a 2-gallon 30-36. And we've got more coming in production. There's a waiting list of these plants. We want to sell these in 5 gallons and 7 gallons and 15 gallons. Everything is grown to order here. So, you know, we do project, you know, increases in sales. And so we have customers that we figure on that they're going to need more than we ask them what the number that they want is and what the number we can commit to. And so we're able to build our nursery that way. Otherwise, this nursery would be thousands and thousands of acres. We're already farming about 1,500 acres. About 900 to 1,000 of it is at nursery at any one time. The rest is in grass seed rotation. But it's really important, if there's something here that you see us doing and you want to be part of that, tell your salesman. We get you in a program. You can move that program around 10, 20%, no problem. We want to be flexible, but we need to have your list and it's your order. We don't want all your business. We just want a piece of that business where we can go to town and grow plants and give you a great price. Okay, let's keep going. We've got Austrian pine, or ponderosa pine, excuse me, and that's a 2-gallon. The ponderosa pine, we've been told it's very nice, but I'm going to tell you that a ponderosa pine, a bad-looking Austrian, is a good-looking ponderosa. So a ponderosa is more of a native variety, and it's going to look Charlie Brown. That is very typical. So if you don't like a Charlie Brown-looking plant, you don't like a native-looking ponderosa pine, you don't want a ponderosa pine. But this is a very healthy plant. We're trying to keep it as tight as we can, but it's still not your tabletop Christmas tree. Remember, it's a ponderosa pine. Okay, here we got Scotch pine, and here we got more ponderosa pines. This is very typical of a ponderosa pine. It's going to have some bare spots in it, where when you come into the Austrian pine are going to be much fatter and fuller. Okay, so here we got more 2-gallon spruce. It's a little bit larger size. We talked about 10 to 12s. These are 12 to 15s, okay? Let's take a look at what we got over here. So these are hybrid tea roses. Let's take a look at them. This is a Chicago Peace Rose, okay? These are all hybrid tea roses from without reading every single tag. They're put on shelves. We're not part of the Easy Rack system. We buy the racks, brand spanking new, have our company colors on here. You get to keep the rack, so it's your rack to keep. We're trying not to get run over here, but they're doing well. So this order is going to be going out in the morning, and it's going to be pretty much a full semi-load of roses, all these different varieties of hybrid tea roses. If you got your order in immediately with us, we're going to try to post this to our channel right away. But if you got our order in immediately, we can get your roses by Mother's Day, pretty much anywhere in the country. We jump pretty fast. I think there was 8 or 10 semis, full semis. That's the only way we load trucks, full loads. Partials, some of those trucks, all those loads are full, but some of them have up to 8 people on a truck. And so we can get to your place. It doesn't matter where you're at. Challenge us, we'll get you there. Or get plants to you. So here's what they're doing. They're building the racks. Then they're loading the plants on the racks. And so these plants were taken out of the greenhouse. They were put outside to harden off. and then they should be blooming out by Mother's Day. So instead of having just flowers that are breaking off right now, they're gonna start opening up perfectly in the next 2 weeks. That's the idea here. Okay, let's keep rolling. This is really exciting for me. Our shrub perennial farm is over on Highway 212. My manager, Daniel Diaz, he manages that with my son, Tyler Sester, and they're doing an incredible job. This is just an incredible job. My purchaser is buying the right kind of starts. My growers are doing a great job. We just couldn't be happier with this crop right here. So this is just one of maybe 150 perennial varieties we grow. You see the shrubs behind there. It just looks so much better to take a non-branded plant and have it in a nice, clean purple pot. It sells, it's attractive, it's got price labels on it. We think it works, we think it works. Let's take a look over here. We go through a lot of cardboard right here. It's very, very important. When you get a truck from Sester, you know, please be nice and take your dunnage, you know, take your racks off, take your cardboard off. Take your 1x4s over here. We go through units and units of 1x4s, truckloads of these things. You know, just take them off. It's just kind of a nice thing to do. The truck driver really doesn't need to build a house around the corner. So if you take your stuff in the packaging, we don't charge you for any of the packaging. I realize it's a pain, but it's very, very necessary for not getting the trunks broken. And we're using a lot of craft paper. I apologize, we probably use more packing material than any other nursery, but I believe it's starting to pay off. Okay, let's keep going. We load a lot of trucks, we got a lot of forklifts. We've talked about that in other videos. This is how many we keep full just for this warehouse. So we have perennials again. We've got some Concord barberry. These are a little small. I'm gonna be honest with you, they're a little small. They're coming out of next year's crop, but the customer really needs them bad. And so we give the customer an option. We got perennials back here. We've got, what do we got? Do we have, those are North Pole. That's a North Pole 2-gallon. Beautiful little size plant, more perennials. I'm not gonna make up that I know every name on these perennials. Barely know how to pronounce them. Okay, here we got some 2-gallon shrubs. Real nice, center glow, box, center gold 9-bark. That's a beautiful size plant. That's what I'd like to sell you every time. If I could sell you that size of a 2-gallon, I'd be happy, very happy. That's my goal. This is the way we like our grasses right here. This is the way we like our grasses. This is the way we like our perennials. That is a quaking aspen clump. So when you buy a clump from us, it comes with 3 stems. They're tied up, so they look awkward. They're all tied up, but it's 3 individual stems. It's not a multi-stem. It's not one root system. It's 3 individual trees. You see in the back, you've got some really nice shrubs here. Pugster amethyst. You know, you guys need to clean that up a little bit. Apologize. We're not a perfect nursery. We're going that way, but that really, the flowers should come out, you know, details make the difference. That's a beautiful size plant. If you don't like something that you get from Sester Farms, tell us. If you do like it, tell your neighbor that somebody that's not competing with you. And word of mouth has given us a lot of business, More 1-gallon perennials. You can see a lot of these orders have mixes, and I'm trying to show you the varieties. Like you have 1-gallon perennials, you got 2-gallon shrubs. Here you've got spruce over here, 2-gallon spruce. You got 5-gallon ponderosa. Here you've got Fat Albert 20-gallon 4 to 5s. So this customer right here really has a nice variety of plants. Go ahead. More 7-gallon. We do wire basket these. We would put these in cedar boxes. We do that. We have these available in cedar boxes, also rooted out. When you do a machine dug tree like this and you are able to encapsulate the root system and let that tree flush. This tree will be opened up, we put in the sawdust area or potted. We do sell these, but we always like to make sure that they've set for a while. It is a real finicky tree. Okay, we got Black Hill spruce 7 gallon. Black Hill 7 gallon, you can see they're starting to grow. And that's just, this is one of the Norway spruce and the Black Hill spruce require the most amount of watering here first. So our irrigation system was running all through the night on Black Hill crop out in the field because they're starting to grow, we're trying to push the growth on that. Hey, Corday. Hey, Corday. Ok, necesita poner otro gente porque necesita mojar toda esa planta que tiene crezada mucho. Toda la planta, mucho agua. Está sacando mucho la hoja, está sacando mucho agua. Okay. Okay, don't make fun of my Spanish, but things are going to get watered today. A lot more than they did yesterday. Stuff's starting to grow. This is a hands-on business. You know, most companies don't work unless they got an owner, and if the owner doesn't have his boots on the ground, I don't know, I'd think about not buying from him anymore. This is a complicated business to be in. I have very few hobbies. My hobby is just making sure this nursery works well. I enjoy what I do, but you got to be all in. This is not a 40-hour job. We need devoted people to our industry. You want to be buying from suppliers that are literally all over the place. And yeah, I'm a control freak, I admit it, but you have to be quality control freak. You want to buy it from a quality control freak. There's a lot of good nurseries in Oregon, and they all have a quality control freak at their place. And we want to be one of those. Here we go, Vanderwolf pine. This is an economy grade. Okay, that's an economy grade, 25-gallon pipe sticks. It's economy because it's got spaces in there. If it was fat, if it doesn't say economy on it, it's fat and full. But the Vanderwolf pine are very hard to find right now. If you know where 5 or 7 gallons are for sale, I will buy as many as I can get my hands on for shifting. So please let me know, comment on our YouTube channel if you know where any is at. Baby blue spruce. Okay, here again is the seedling. This is the seedling, okay? This is not the graft, but it's a beautiful seedling. Okay, very beautiful, very beautiful. More Black Hills. So we featured Colorado spruce in a 2-gallon, but here is Black Hills in a 2-gallon. So let's check this out. So don't laugh at me if it's not rooted, but let's see. Very nicely rooted, okay? We don't stage our videos. We do too many of them to stage. I don't have enough time to stage a video. It's not a reality show, it's just real life for Ted Sester. Monterose Charm. Okay, so this plant, it's really hard to tell the shape on this. We've put this on other videos before. This is like pure metal is what I would say. It's not columnar like a fastigiata, but it's probably only about this wide at the bottom, right to a point. My son and his wife put 2 of these on either side of the door of their home that they're remodeling. Beautiful. It has that kind of natural look to it. Okay, so we talked about a Sester Austrian. That is absolutely perfect. I'm not gonna promise you every tree's like that, but that tree right there, if I could make that my model, that's a perfect 7-gallon Austrian. That's tabletop. So that's what we're after on an Austrian pine. That's a container grown. There's no ball B&B in there. You're not gonna lose that tree. It's rooted in the container. Let's try it. Let's just prove it. Whoops. So you know what I found? That was a 5. It's not completely rooted at the bottom, okay? And so you know what? We're gonna need to let the customer know that. So we're gonna make a mark and we're gonna go back and we're gonna say, hey, customer, got a beautiful tree, but it's about 6 weeks from being rooted in the bottom. So we're gonna make a note of that. Alex here's making a note. That's why we're up here quality controlling. Here we have Showtime Crabapple. This is one of my favorite. It came out of Lake County. Jim was a great plantsman. And every time I see this tree, I think of Jim. But beautiful plant, beautiful selection. Here we have Greenspire Linden. Greenspire Linden, 25-gallon 2-inch. You may not have thought we did caliber trees, but we grow this plant in a 25-gallon pot. We pot an 1.5-inch tree, 1 3/4 tree in that pot. If we don't have that big a bare root, we'll hold it in the container for 2 years. So very important. A lot of customers want 25-gallon 2-inch. Okay, so behind me is a lollysam, lollipop crabapple, 7-gallon on a standard. Very nice little topiary plant. People call them on a standard, people call them topiary, people call them tree on a stick. You know, we call all kinds of things. Cesters are not well-spoken men here, but this is what you're getting, whatever you want to call it. Autumn Blaze Maple, 25-gallon 2-inch. Very, very popular. We're sold out of this tree. If you do a good job, you sell the tree. Tree's all of 18, 20 feet tall. We have a Prairie Expedition 5-gallon. Our 5-gallon line is one of our most increasing lines of plants. Our 5-gallon line. It's very affordable. You can buy the tree in what we call a Pro Tree line, which means we don't guarantee how much branching it has, but it's rooted in the pot, and so you save a lot of money that way, and then you kind of finish it off, which is basically, you know, letting it leaf out and branch out in your nursery. Or you can just buy a finished 5-gallon like this. So our 5-gallon shade tree line, it's full of, from, you know, acers to zelkovas, really the whole 9 yards. More Dakota pinnacles. So we saw on the other side, on the polling area, 7 gallons that we're selling. This is a 5-gallon. Beautiful tree. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite trees to grow, okay? I like Parkland Pillar, but this is an easier tree to grow, and we're gonna price them accordingly, and we're not gonna stop growing this tree. Very cold hardy, and it will take the heat too. Got a good customer down in Oklahoma loving that tree. It actually works better in Oklahoma than Parkland Pillar. Here we got Winter Gem, 5 gallons, beautiful. Here we have Green Mountain, 5 gallons. Okay, what do we have? Autumn Brilliant Serviceberry. You know, this time of year, we're always checking these out for rust, but these things are perfectly clean right now. Beautiful, beautiful plant. That's a 15-gallon Autumn Brilliant Serviceberry. So today, we weren't doing any potting. We're caught up on the potting. We'll be doing some potting on Friday, which is tomorrow, and then we'll do it on Saturday. We are going out for another run. We've had a huge demand for our shade trees for fall 25, spring 26. So we're going back to the cooler, and if we can do it and we take the order, we're potting up more crabapples tomorrow. It's still April. We'll take care of them. They'll be rooted in by fall. We're gonna be very careful with those plants. That's where we pot these trees. Here's what's coming to the door here. I'd like to see what's coming on. Let's look, there's some more product coming in here. Okay, that is beautiful stuff right there. Young Sweeping Birch. You've got Showtime Crabapple on a 10-gallon. That garden center will be very happy with Chester Farms. Let's look what else we got coming in. Autumn Blaze Maple. Is that Autumn Blaze? No, that's Flame Amber Maple. Apologize. Flame Amber Maple. And that's a 20-gallon size. 20-gallon, 1.5 inches. Okay, let's look outside the doors. Before we go to a different location, let's just see what's coming in so we can see everything here. More Flame Amber Maple. You notice this is the customer's ribbon color. So these guys know exactly where it goes, because every customer, when it's shipping, as soon as you have a load number at Chester Farms, you're assigned a customer ribbon color. Autumn Blaze, 25-gallon. These are beautiful trees. I mean, check this out, guys. I mean, you know, if we're doing a good job, man, tell people, you know. What do we got over here? North Pole, 15-gallon, 5 foot. Very nice plant. These are Autumn Brilliants, 2 gallons. You know what? That's what you get with a 2-gallon Autumn Brilliance from us. Customer signs off on that. That's very light. It's very, very hard to grow this. We're gonna start growing it in the greenhouse, to be very honest with you, because it gets leaf spot. Very hard to grow Autumn Brilliance that's any different than that. So that plant really has nice fresh growth, and it's not a plant that you want to leave out there in your overhead water system in Oregon. It's a great plant everywhere else except for Oregon. Here, this plant right here, hot wing Ceteria maple. So this is like a little shrub form. So you can buy this plant as a 2-gallon shrub. You can also buy it as a tree form. That's a beautiful little plant. Probably on its way to Colorado. Very, very tough plant. So I've enjoyed showing you all the product that's coming out here. Let's look down here. You can see all the roses that are going out. And if you can see those roses in the background, those are tree form roses. So that whole order's leaving tomorrow. And that customer's going to be very, very happy at Zester Farms. And so I just want more customers to be happy. I wanted you to see these things. If you're not a customer already, let's do some business together. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Call our office. Let's figure out how to do business together.